Christchurch, please. Let's have a big round of applause. Welcome to the stage, the lovely Ruth Connell and the talented Corin Nemec.
Good morning, New Zealand.
Oh, the head's okay. It's the voice that I'm concerned about. First, I thought they were bringing us up here to do a little celebrity wrestling match, and
Hey, I'm up for that.
oh yeah.
You want to make it happen?
Hey, later after the show.
Frisky in the morning.
How's everybody doing? Can you hear me well?
Can you hear at the back?
I can barely hear myself. Okay.
You in the skip cap up the back, can you hear? He's just staring at me. Yeah, you.
I'm going to tweet a picture of this. I got to do this.
I sometimes make a video halfway through. I get everyone up doing the V Club Mega Mix.
Oh, really?
Would you be up for doing that?
Maybe.
You don't want to miss out on this.
Okay, come on. What's going on?
Yeah, Corin's definitely a fan of the V.
I also have little wristbands for people who are brave enough to ask questions. Ooh!
Yeah, I think that there is a microphone down here. Is that the idea? They walk down and ask
come on,
a question at the mic, or
Yeah, so
or just yell it really loud?
The wristbands I have are big because boobs.
Boobs?
Because boobs.
Completely, I'm so confused. I guess I'm like any guy. You hear it's like when a dog sees a squirrel.
Yeah. So the charity I support is My Hope Chest. I feel like I can hear myself. Can you hear me okay up there?
This is a great shot. Okay, everybody wave.
Here we are.
Say hello. What up? That's awesome. Oh, cool. Got a whole lineup going on here. Has anybody gone into the zombie, the frightening zombie thing yet? We passed through the back of it. It sounded terrifying. I'm not into stuff like that, you know?
Too scary.
I'm not, I just don't like people jumping out at me and stuff.
Overactive imagination.
Yeah.
Yeah, so My Hope Chest pays for women to get their boobs redone after they've had treatment for breast cancer.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, because in America, the healthcare system is terrifying. It's so expensive. It's different in Britain and in New Zealand, where it gets paid for. But yes, so.
I'm American, and my healthcare has been fantastic my entire life. I've never had any issues. I don't think it's terrifying at all.
Okay. You're lucky. What happens with a lot of women is they're underinsured, so it pays for the cancer treatment, but it doesn't pay for reconstruction.
My mom's did.
No, but a lot of women don't.
Right.
A lot of women are underinsured, so it's to help those poorer people.
No, absolutely. It's very important for sure.
Okay, so we have our first question. I think the routine. Who you are you, where you from, what do you want?
You stole that's my only shtick. And you stole it. Thank you.
Show's over.
I'm going home.
Hi, my name's Macy. I'm from Dunedin.
It's a good Scottish name, Dunedin. I like you already.
I've been pronouncing it Dundon for ages. So.
I like that. Dundon.
I just wanted to know how long it takes to film an episode of Supernatural.
8 days.
Wow.
Quick answer to quick question. Yeah, but it rolls. So sometimes it might start on a Tuesday or whatever day, and then you have the weekends. But the shooting is 8 days, I think, if my math is correct. Sometimes 14 hours a day. So it's an 18-hour day, back to back, including makeup and pickups and delivery.
Thank you.
Well, so here, thank you for being brave and asking a question.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Nice to meet you. See, this is my chance to get free hugs. I'm single.
Oh yeah. There you go.
This is the only physical attention I get. So I take it where I take it where I can get. I get paid for this.
Okay.
I might get awkward.
What's your name? Where are you from? What do you want?
Hi, my name's Mandera and I'm from Christchurch. And and my question is, who's your supernatural crush?
It's right here. We didn't get to work together either.
Yeah. I have to say, having been directed by Jensen, I would walk backwards through a ring of fire with hairspray on.
What?
I would walk backwards through a ring of fire with hairspray in for Jensen.
For Jensen?
And Jared and Misha and Mark. They're all so different, and it's unfair. It seems to pick one. So yeah, we're. Oh no, he's my son. That would be weird.
Oh, yeah, that should be a bit
you went
strange.
there. You went to that place. Thank you. Wait, hug as well.
If you do have a sniffle or you're feeling unwell, please do not hug Ruth.
What's your name? Where are you from? What do you want? You say quite aggressively.
What's your name? Where are you from? What do you want?
It's the Scottish way.
I'm Kaylin, I'm from Christchurch. What was your favourite episode to film from Supernatural?
Well, since there wasn't a whole lot to choose from, but I think I did 4 or 5 episodes. Oddly enough, our storyline was supposed to, they had originally wanted us for like 8 episodes and stuff, and then at a certain point, the storyline, I think that they were like, well, there's too many storylines, let's lose this one.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
But I think, because I didn't really know who the character was as it was developing, so I guess really the favorite episode for me was the one where when I'm reading the script and it says that I suddenly get my neck broken by the Vampire King, and I die, and I go, I'm like, oh man, I'm dead. I didn't even want to finish reading the script. I was like, forget it, I'm dead. I'm like, but the professional side of me was like, no, you have to read the entire script all the way to the end. And so I picked it back up and I'm reading it, and I turn the page, and it's like, and he jumps up and he's a demon. And I was like, oh, I'm alive again. This is great. This is a great script.
So you're giving
that was my favorite one.
You're giving me hope because they just broke my bloody neck.
Yes, yes, there is hope. There is hope. There's hope.
Yeah, I had to do this like 12 times in the one day. Did you hear that crack just now?
No, I thought that was your voice. I thought you were doing a sound effect.
I really loved filming the last episode because of the bit where I got to talk about why I couldn't love my son, because that's why I had imagined for the last 18 months, and when a writer writes down what your imagination has made, it feels kind of like a little bit, things are connected, so yeah. I also love the one where I got to squeeze Jared's bicep for about 8 hours.
Yeah, but you had to squeeze it like this.
I know, it's so big. And then what I did when I was filming, I had to kind of squeeze the blood out of his arm like this repeatedly. And I was a bit flustered, and I called him Jensen, and he went, no, Jensen's the one with the bigger muscles, which I thought was pretty cute of Jared. You want one too? You don't mind wearing a pink one? Oh. You know the drill.
You know the drill.
I'm Jill, and I live in Dunedin, but I'm originally from Minnesota.
Minnesota? That's not the accent.
I lived here for about 10, 15 years now.
Oh, far out.
I got a question and a half. I got a gift for Rowena, if that's okay?
Does it involve diamonds?
Well,
Thank you so much. I don't want a bloody picture of him around my neck. I want to wring his neck. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. See, I get jewellery. That's one of the perks of being a woman.
and then
I like it.
my actual question was, what was it like working with Mark Shepard?
He's a pain in the ass. no, he's a fantastic actor. When Mark Sheppard shouts at you as Crowley, it's one of those things that happens where it's you're not acting. Do you know what I mean? When I'm doing ADR and looping, I see what he does on the screen. I'm just like, no wonder they keep bringing him back. He's so good, and we get on really, really well. He is a handful, and he never shuts up. He talks more than I do, so it says a lot. But I do love him dearly.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, you never got a wristband.
Have in there.
25.
Oh, great.
I don't know how many questions we get through. Thank you. Thank you.
That's awesome.
My name is Zaylee, and this is my friend Kyla.
And where are you from?
We're from Christchurch, but I'm actually from America, in Washington State. And I was just wanting to ask you, what was the craziest moment that happened on set?
Well, I guess for me it was just when Jared and Jensen were riding their tiny little miniature motorcycles around like a bear circus, you know. It's like they got these little miniature motorcycles, they're literally like that big, you know. And they would ride them from their trailers to the set door. When I was working, I don't know if they had them when you were there, but they'd get on these things and they'd be like, their knees are way out here. They're like, and
They are
drive them.
so big.
But it's like, yeah, they're huge. But the thing is that the distance from the trailer to the stage door is only about like 25 yards. So, you know, they get out and then they get on the thing like 25 yards, and then they get off and then walk onto the set. And I was like, that was about the craziest thing that happened when I was working on it. But
I think they must have hurt themselves because they've not got those anymore. Taking them off them.
they probably banned them. They were probably like, no, this isn't happening anymore.
I really hurt myself one day. It was my own bloody fault. So I don't know if you saw a picture I put on Twitter. Jared he's a bit bigger than me.
A little bit.
Quite strong. And Cliffy gets him to toss a big tire. Have you seen those ginormous tires? Okay, they tried to get me to lift it. It was 220 pounds. Okay, I weigh about 110. Do you know what I mean? It's like, no, that's not going to work. But I was trying to play with the boys and keep up, and so I hurt myself. So that was really stupid. So that's probably the craziest.
Like a back strain or something?
It's one of those things where you go,
yeah.
back to your trailer and just like lie down for 10 minutes on your own. You feel like, oh, I should have known better. I'm old enough to know better. Thank you for your question. And here you get one each. Thank you. Sure you don't want to come down here and get some love?
I'm just, my knees are not, I have a really janky right knee, and if I have to do the bending thing, you guys are going to start laughing at me when you're watching me get back up.
Hi, I'm Caitlin, I'm from Christchurch, and my question is, do you ship Distill?
Listen, I ship everything. I've got no problems with everyone getting together all at the same time. I mean, you heard the winter solstice orgy thing, didn't you? So yeah, I ship it all. I'm for it all.
I couldn't hear what you said. I don't know what
Do you ship Distill? Dean and Cass.
What?
Dean.
Do I ship? What it sounds like to me is, do I ship to steal?
No, do you
That's what
ship Distill?
Destiel.
Oh my gosh, I can't. It's like a different language. I'm tripping
It's
out.
good that you don't know because you get yourself into trouble if you say yes. Like I just got myself into trouble.
I have no idea what it is.
Just say, take the fifth.
I take the fifth. I don't know if that works here. I don't think you're allowed. I don't think you're allowed to take the fifth in New Zealand. But I don't know enough about it to answer. I don't know what it means. What do you mean? What is it?
Would you like Dean and Cass to be together?
Oh, it's the fan fiction thing. Not really. At least not while I'm around.
I love Misha's answer to that. Somebody said, is it true? Is Destiel true? And he said, oh, it's 50 shades past rainbow over that. So yeah.
50 Shades of Gross.
Thank you for your question.
I always envision them like merged as one sort of strange mutant when they say that.
That's what that's what I was.
So Destiel is like, you know, your Cassiel's head, Dean's head, one arm.
Right. Freaky stuff.
Hi, my name's Kira. I'm from Christchurch, and my question is, how did the... Yeah, that's everyone. How did the cold, hard betrayal feel when Lucifer snapped on you?
How do you think it felt?
I'm guessing it hurt deep.
Yeah, and I think Rowena's already got issues with men, so I don't think it helped. It was pretty physically awkward to film, I'll be honest.
How many takes did it take?
Well, you usually do 2 wide shots at minimum, then you do from one person's side, then the other person's side, then closer and closer. So yeah, I had pretty much whiplash. I probably did it about 12 times, which meant obviously I nearly kissed Misha 12 times as well, which is the bit everyone wants to know about.
Right, of course.
And his nickname for me now is Earlobe. There might be something in the outtakes of this season. Yeah, it's a long story, so you need to watch the outtakes. Hopefully it'll be in there. We filmed something that they chose not to put in the episode. We were enjoying ourselves. It's good fun. Thank you for your question. Thank you. Tell Elena about Abaddon when he's here. You've seen her tomorrow.
Good job on the makeup too.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Hi, I'm Kalia, and I'm from Timaru. And my question is, what's the hardest part of getting into your character being so evil, both of you?
Well, I guess my character wasn't initially evil. People didn't really like my character that much because they thought that he was kind of a jerk. But I was just trying to be a tough hunter. You know what I mean? It's not doing roles like playing evil people, stuff like that, is actually, to me, it's an easier process as an actor, far easier than comedy or like really lively fun stuff. Like I just find it easier. Darker roles to me are easier to play.
It's like you're allowed to just be a bitch for the day. You get paid to be a bitch. Do you know what I mean? Normally you're trying to fight the urge. And it's like, you'll go with the urge. And when I get a script, I just look at it and I think, what's the naughtiest I can be? Like, what's the most, do you know what I mean? And it's just the most fun. It's the most fun you can have. Please, if you're going to role play, just be a baddie and enjoy yourself.
Just be a baddie.
Go for it. So thank you for your question. Another redhead to redhead.
I thought that there was a fire was going to start up there for a second when their hair touched.
I'm originally from England, but I live in Christchurch. And my question, mainly for Ruth, is how would you like your characters to come back? Because no one ever dies.
Well, I like that you're saying no one ever dies, and that's what I want everyone to think, because that might manifest it. That's a bit New Age California, isn't it? But
I'm with it.
I'm with it. So I hope that they do bring her back. If they bring her back, I would like it to be that she rescues herself somehow. Do you know what I mean? If it's bloody Crowley that does it, and I owe him something, that would be bad. I mean, I would just love to come back, but what about yourself? Could you come back?
Me too. Well, I mean, I was killed as a demon, so my demon self was killed. But I don't know what that means, because I've heard that some people have come back that have been demons and died as demons and somehow returned. I mean, I guess there's no real rules left in Supernatural in terms of what is it? How does somebody actually die for real and never return? And tell my character.
Yeah. I think they killed Charlie. Because I think when they burn your bones, that's...
But then you can just come back as like a ghost or something.
Exactly, like a flashback or whatever, so yeah.
Flash forward.
Flash sideways. Yeah. Oh, just flashing.
Yeah, just or come back on the show The Flash.
Yeah, crossover. I would like that. They did a whole bunch of crossover stuff up in Vancouver with the Arrow and Flash, and I was like, oh, it's Supernatural. Get in on that.
Right.
I quite fancy some of the people in Arrow. I'm not going to say who. He does the lobster.
I'm Molly from Rangiora.
Beautiful dress.
Thank you.
Can I borrow it?
Sure. It might be a bit long on you because I'm 5'10" and it's quite long.
Don't bring the height thing up straight away.
can fit in it. I'm 6 feet.
You are?
Yeah, well, it'll be great.
Could fit in the waist.
My sister and I went to VanCon last August, and it was our first supernatural convention, and it was your first supernatural convention. So going along and having done all the others of the gang, how different do you find them from your first, and how different do you find them to other conventions like Armageddon?
This is only my second other, like not just supernatural. And you know what? It feels quite relaxed. It's nice to meet other people from different stuff. I think the main thing is now that I kind of can swear at the boys and stuff. I think that's a sign of true friendship, or you're becoming more relaxed with people when you can call each other names. So that's been a nice.
Not be offended by.
Yeah, and that's been a nice development.
It's true friendship.
That's been a nice development, especially Misha. I just sometimes just give him filthy looks just for the sake of it, and he seems to enjoy it. When you're like, I'm in New Zealand, and I'm like, the boys will never hear this, but I forget you guys video stuff and put it up.
Oh, they'll hear it all.
And I can see anything here, and I'm like, no, you can't. I've really enjoyed it, and if you'd said to me a couple of years ago, we're going to put a microphone in your hands, and I would have been a jellyfish. But because the Supernatural fans and everyone was so supportive, I've become more confident in doing stuff like this. So that's something that I have to thank the fandom for.
So you don't, as an actress, but you're not really into.
I'm an introvert. I'm a loud introvert, but I never.
Loud introvert.
Do you know what I mean? But when I'm with people, I get like woo. But it's not the most natural thing for me to do. But because of all this, I'm not a jellyfish today. I'm kind of enjoying it.
And you were really good on the karaoke night in Vancouver.
Do you do karaoke?
No, I do not.
I didn't do
I
karaoke.
do karaoke.
So I'm like, I don't do karaoke. Give me the mic! And that happened, and I was throwing stuff into the audience.
Yeah.
That's because everyone has so much fun at these things, and you get carried along. So I have a lot to be grateful for doing this. Thank you. Where's your dress from? Did you? Ooh. It's from a site called Handcuff. Oh.
Hope it comes with a set of keys.
Good Lord. Hi, my name is Paige. I'm a military vet from the States. I kind of have two questions. First is Rowena. My best friend lives in Australia, and she texted me this morning saying Supernatural Season 12 got confirmed today. So my question to you is, what are the chances of Rowena coming back?
I mean, as I said, I want everyone to imagine it, and because I would love it.
Well, fan push. There you go. Just ask everybody to start tweeting the heck out of the fan side, the site for.
Actually, what I want is a picket line outside Warner Brothers.
I think we can arrange that.
That could be a total.
Is that too much to ask? Come on. I mean, I'm being kind of lighthearted about it. It still hurts a bit, so I don't know really what to say. I don't have a cheeky answer for that question because it's still too close to the bone. Too close to the bone.
My other question was for both of you. Who is the biggest idiot behind the scenes and easiest to boss around?
The person who runs the craft service table? I don't know.
I mean, behind the scenes on the show.
I mean, I'm not in a position to be bossing anybody around, so.
I like to boss Mark Shepherd around. He's not easy to boss around. Who's the biggest idiot? I get Mark Shepherd. Everyone's, honestly, the reason the show, I believe, is still running, 12 seasons, I think it's the longest running sci-fi show on television or something.
Besides Doctor Who.
Besides Doctor Who. It's the longest running American show on television. It's because people know how to keep their shit together and be good team players. So there's not a lot of I think in other shows, you'll be able to tell me more about this. In a lot of other shows, there's a real hierarchy. Do you know what I mean? And ego and all that stuff. And it's just really, Jared will be the one I wanted pizza, and the first AD was like, no, we have to film. And Jared's like, no, and makes everyone go over and get pizza. And do you know what I mean? So.
Well, like a second meal. It's very good.
Fifth or sixth meal of the day. I feel like if you don't get fed every 2 minutes on a set.
Well, yeah, I mean, on film sets, there's normally if it's well produced, there's just you're inundated with food. It's just there's always food around. It's ridiculous.
But yeah, so there's.
But they work long hours. I mean, like you said, you're doing 14, 16-hour days. Sometimes you're doing 18-hour day. Longest day I ever filmed was a 22-hour film.
Wow.
It was insane. I mean, everybody was losing their minds by the end of that day. And when we wrapped, the crew still had to wrap out. We were on a location, and they couldn't do an extra day. We were filming out in the desert, and so we had to finish our last day out there. So we just kept shooting and shooting and shooting.
What was that you were shooting?
It was a film called Solar Crisis, a big sci-fi film back in the late 80s that completely flopped. It was like they spent like $49 million on it in the late 80s, which is a huge budget. That's equivalent to like a $100 million movie today. And it was out in the theaters for like 3 days.
It's when you see a strip that says like desert, you go, oh no, or like Antarctica, no, you don't film those things anymore. You're like, no, the Bahamas, yes. Thank you for your question.
Hi, I'm Chloe, Mrs. Becky, and we're from Rangiora, and we were wondering what's your favourite supernatural ship?
Ship?
Yeah.
Who do you want to bang each other?
These are the terminology. I'm catching on.
Catching on. I think Rowena and Dean and Sam and Castiel. So I don't know. Can you make up the phrase Rowdy Sa Estel?
I'm totally shipping Crowena. Christian and Rowena.
And I also drew you, if you'd like to see it.
Yeah, the fan art's amazing.
That's
I saw this one.
That's
I liked this one already on Instagram, didn't I?
Yeah, you guys showed it. Hold it up and show the crowd.
So you get chocolate.
That's really well done. Very, very cool.
I do my best on social media. My brain's turned into a tweet. I wasn't on social media really before the show, and it's beautiful. Thank you. And so I do try and look at all the Instagram posts, and fan art amazes me. I think I regrammed it. Did I? Did I regram it already?
Retweet?
Yeah. I will at some point. I just get through them all. But thank you. It's beautiful. What's your name? Where are you from? What do you want? Everyone's going to sleep up there. I think it's time for the V Club Mega Mix.
My name's Freya, and I'm from Christchurch. My question is, what's your most badass scene that you filmed or you were a part of in Supernatural?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I would have liked to have had a little bit more of action. I don't know. I didn't get to do like anything where I felt like a quintessential badass. Where I was like, yeah, I am.
You were a demon. That's pretty badass.
But yeah, I mean, there was a couple of scenes that with the demon eyes and stuff that was fun. For sure. That was pretty badass with those big black eyes. I should have kept those contacts.
This is a really simple thing, right? There was a bit where I've just saved Castiel, right? Rowena saved Castiel, and then I'm making my exit, and I go, Arete, I think it is, and I pull the shutter down. I mean, that's so, it's like you're a kid and because you've got the guys standing by to do the stunt thing for you. It's all, I have to just say it, and everything comes crashing down. So it's like you have a superpower for a second. Like I said that to the gun, and the gun flew out, and I really, really enjoyed that shit. And Jensen was directing that, and I was like, can I do it again? He was like, no, we got it. And I was like, no, but can I just do it again? So I really enjoyed that. It's so simple and childish, but yeah, fun. You get chocolate as well. Thank you. It's good chocolate. Thank you. Okay, so V Club Megamix. Are you up for it? Yay! So you have to do a V, like this. You have to squeeze your cleavage together, especially the gentleman. And then you do an M for the mega, because I had a mega coven. Yeah, so V stands for Vagina Club. It's anyone who's pro-V, which is basically just anyone who's pro-V. Misha's the treasurer of the V Club. He's very pro-V.
I'm just looking at there's kids in the audience.
But that's what it's called. That's what it's called, and it's okay because it's just a noun. No, it's one of the first steps to do. It's really important to call things by their proper names to prevent child abuse.
We can go victory.
V Club Mega. Then you have to stand up. You have to stand up. Okay.
Yeah, it might be a little odd standing up way up at the top because it's...
You get vertical,
yeah.
there. And then you do disco ball change, disco ball change. You want to swing your ass, Corin. Disco ball change. And then the bit that really counts is the bit that really counts is the hell yeah at the end. Yeah?
That's it.
After 3, 1, 2, 3. Say it out loud. V Club Mega. Disco ball change, disco ball change. Okay, so you two in the red hats. Yeah, up there. Yeah, I want to hear you. I want to see you moving. Come on, I can see you. And then I'm going to video it and post it to my Facebook. You'll all be able to tag everyone. So that. Okay?
Come on, Christchurch, get up on your feet.
Yeah. So
Those V haters, get up.
I got Nashville to do this, and 2,000 people did this at the same time, really loudly. So you've got to match that. I think New Zealanders can do it. I think you guys can do it. So after 3, so I have to remember to count to 3 because sometimes I forget to count to 3. I'm just going to start the video. Okay, so say hi.
Hello, how are you?
That's up on the screen. Oh, that's my ass. Oh dear. Okay. I'm going to turn it sideways. Okay, ready everyone? After 3. 1, 2. Told you. 1, 2, 3. V Club Mega. Disco ball change. Disco ball change. Yeah. I couldn't do the disco ball change at the same time. So you're now all inaugurated into the V Club, whether you like it or not, which is just basically pro-women. It's just a feminist thing, that's all.
I'm down for it.
Good, I'm glad.
Yes. I'm pro-feminist.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with my feminine side.
Aw, I like your feminism.
Well, my name Corin, it kind of gives, I've met a lot of girls named Corin. They just throw an extra N and an E at the end, so it's C-O-R-I-N-N.
It's a lovely name. Where is it?
It's Gaelic.
Yeah, it's lovely.
It's what they call a raven, Gaelic, a Corin.
Do you associate with raven?
I do. Yes, I absolutely do. They're very smart birds.
Yeah.
Quote the raven never mind.
I don't know the poem, no, but a buddy of mine actually has it memorized, the whole entire thing, and it's insane when he does it. It's halfway through, you're like, okay, we get the point. But he won't stop. He'll finish the whole thing. Like it's.
He can't. If he stops halfway through, the Lord Cthulhu will steal his soul.
Hi.
Hello.
My name's Caitlin, and that's my sister Maya. And we're from Dunedin. And first of all, I just want to congratulate Ruth on beating Genevieve with however many episodes you were on Supernatural with a female character.
She did not take it well. We did a funny picture when I was strangling her because I'm the longest. Yeah, thank you.
My question for you is, while having Lucifer snap your neck is a pretty good way to go, if you got to choose your character death, how would you make them leave the show dramatically?
I think, like, the world ending in some kind of supernova and Rowena flying on a cloud up in a beautiful Dior gown with diamonds raining, something like that. I'm speaking character, of course.
I think I do the same thing.
Are you in the cloud with me?
Yes. Absolutely.
Thank you. for your request.
Thank you.
Chocolate. Sorry, I'll give you another one. Hold on. Chocolate. Oh, you were sharing. That was nice. Told you, it's the only affection I got. You've got your girlfriend.
I wouldn't even be able to get back up if I did that. I'd be just stuck. I was stuck down there.
Hello.
G'day, I'm Reese. I'm from Christchurch.
Good day. Bro.
I'm kind of nervous. Right, I just have a question.
It is nerve-wracking because we were really scary.
Yeah, my heart's racing right now. What got you into the cast of Supernatural from the beginning?
What got me the job?
Yeah.
I just auditioned for it. I mean, it's...
Yeah, I had not had a television audition in America for 2 years. I was ready to jump off a bridge. My friend sent me the breakdown, and when I read it, I said to my friend, if I can't get seen for this, there's no point in me being in America. I felt so strongly about it, and I filmed my Scottish clips on tape. I got in touch with a Canadian. I did all this stuff, and at the end of the day, Robert Ulrich just gave me an audition. But I was prepared, and I told Jensen this recently, and he was like, it did feel like one of those things that, and it doesn't happen to me often where I'm like that. I don't make a fuss about stuff, but I really felt I had to, and I do. Yeah, it's been the best thing that's happened to me in a long time.
That's awesome. That's great.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations.
Chocolate. Thank you. I can hear Bill's voice. Is that Bill? The dulcet tones of Bill.
That's Bill, aka God.
Not Chuck, God, actual God.
He always doesn't drink panels. It's like, dude.
Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
I'm Jenny. I'm from Christchurch. This is my daughter Belia. She's from me. My vagina. First of all, thanks for coming today.
Thank you so much. I'm so stoked to be in New Zealand.
I am too.
It's amazing to be here.
I wanted to actually ask kind of a little favour. We have at home a tiny little chihuahua called Crowley. He's a little hellhound. He's so cute. And when he's naughty, we call him Fergus.
Good.
Well, I wanted to know if you could, as Rowena, say Fergus.
Fergus. Fergus. Fergus. I love chihuahuas. Is he black?
No, he's brown and black.
Chocolate.
I actually picked him because I thought he was black. I only have black animals. When he was born, he was black. Aww. And then he turned brown, but...
Will you tweet me a picture of him?
Yes.
Thank you. Here's some chocolate for you. I like your hair. You're looking very funky. Very pretty. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
You're as wee as me. Yay!
My name is Nicole. I'm from Christchurch. My question is if you played any practical jokes on each other behind the scenes?
Well, we never really worked together, so I didn't get a chance to play any practical jokes on. I would.
I'm planning on one later in the green room, so I don't want to spoil it.
But I have not so much. Well, okay, one practical joke I did do on a set years ago, not on Supernatural, but I was filming a TV series called Parker Lewis Can't Lose, and oh, thanks. And one of our directors had, on the Sunday night before work Monday, had gone and gotten himself arrested for having a bit too much to drink behind the wheel. So he wasn't able to show up on set in the morning on time, and they had a stand-in director, come in and direct the day until he could get out of jail and get to set. So the previous episode, before the one that he was directing, we had done an episode where my father goes back to his 60s days and is protesting something, and he ends up getting arrested. So we had a jail set on one of the sound stages, that they had just kind of dismantled. And so I had the construction team bring it over, and there's a thing called Video Village where the director directs from, and he has his old video screens in the chair, and everybody was, so I had them build the jail set around the Video Village. So when he finally got to set, he had to direct from jail all day.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and it was hilarious because he would, every time he would get up, he'd go, and he'd have to walk over and like open up the jail door and come out, and he'd have to go, and it was just, I mean, all day long. He by the end of the day, I think he was pretty well over it.
That is rock and roll. Oh my
That was
god.
funny. That was a decent prank.
I did something, and I'm not going to say what it is in case it makes it to the gag reel.
I'll have to wait.
No, you have to wait. You have to wait. But suffice to say, nobody laughed. And it was while the tape was running, and you think, oh, have I just ruined a tape? You know, because time is money. And then what had happened was they were just so shocked that they just gone, and they couldn't quite believe what I had done. So I'm hoping it'll make it to the gag reel. Is that enough? That's a bit of a teaser, isn't it? It involved boobs. That I can't say. He said whose.
Hi, I'm Christina and I'm from Christchurch. And my question was, did you like always want to be an actor when you were like a little kid? Did you always want to grow up and do it?
I started acting when I was a little kid. I started professionally when I was 12. So, I mean, previous to that, yeah, I actually did want to be, and I mean, when I was about 10 or 11 is when I decided that that's something that I wanted to pursue. And I just happened to be in a situation where I could make that happen at that age. A good friend of mine was an actor at the time and had done a little bit of work and was in a really reputable children's theater company in Los Angeles. And so I joined that theater company and did a showcase for some agents and managers about 6 or 8 months later, and got signed with an agent, and then started auditioning, and so it wasn't like one of those like you're in a diner and the director comes in and goes, there's the face that I need and want, so but yeah, I mean, it was a lot of at least I've heard some actors, they feel like they missed out on their like childhood or whatever, child actors and whatnot, and it's like the last thing I wanted to do was like hang around in school anyway. I was like, I'd rather be on a set. I mean, everybody else is sitting in in their class, and I'm on a set doing all kinds of fun stuff. And why I wouldn't want to change that. I wouldn't want to turn back the hands of time.
I always danced because my cousin wanted to go, and whatever my cousin Ruby wanted, she would get. So I would go to keep her company, and through that I got involved with Scottish Ballet, and I performed my first professional show. I was 9 or 10 in the Nutcracker, and what I loved was being in the company. And then I got the part of Clara when I was a little bit older. So those were dancing roles. Where I'm from, nobody's an actor. I'm from a farm, middle of nowhere. It's not in my family, you know what I mean? It's not. So it actually took me till I was 24 to go to drama college. I was too embarrassed to say it loud I wanted to be an actor, because it felt like I was saying I wanted to be a movie star, and that seemed like so too far. Like, I'm not from LA, I'm from somewhere in Scotland. So it's grown in increments for me that I wanted to be a dancer, I wanted to be in a play, I wanted to be in a TV show, I wanted to come to. So it's taken me. I'm a slow learner, shall we say? But I'm really grateful for my journey, because it just means that I'm really appreciating what's happening now. It's taken me a long time to get here, so it's never too late.
Totally.
At the same time, I think if you're little and you want to do it, you should just go and do it. I would have loved to be something when I was little. I just had no way of knowing how.
Yeah, it was definitely. I mean, I was just in LA, so definitely helped. I love the blinky crown that just passed by.
Hey, blinky crown.
I love that.
Oblivious.
Hi, my name's Addie. I'm from Christchurch, and I want to know what your guys' opinions on Jared's height is.
He's tall.
I'm very critical of it. Very critical. I mean, he's a big puppy dog. He's amazing.
6'5"?
6'4" and a half or something like that. Not that I read about him on IMDb before I got the job. Checked his height.
Yeah, giants. I mean, but one is 6'3", and then the other one's only 6'5".
Yeah,
Is that it?
Jensen's the wee one. You know, he's only just over 6 feet. He's really small. They're just wonderful. They are. What you see in the tin is what they are, what they do, and then my opinion on their height is lucky them.
But if you were that tall, you would be just strange.
Well, it's like Gwendolyn Christie. You know, she's got the one. She's making it work. The girl from Game of Thrones. It's a tough call for women to be so tall. She's a stormtrooper now. Yeah, she's making it work for her. You know, lucky for her, but.
Oh, she's the one that's in the story. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. That makes sense. Good for her. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What a great character she plays on Game of Thrones. Though. I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. That show. The beginning, I just love the beginning. The whole miniatures and all that. You see the whole. I mean, I was like the kid in 3rd grade when I was reading The Lord of the Rings. I could sit there and look at that silly map that was drawn in the book for hours and hours and hours. Fascination with maps.
We went to Hobbiton. Have you been to Hobbiton?
I haven't, but I really love to go.
I felt really tall for once because they have Hobbit-sized stuff. And there's a picture of me crouching down, and I didn't need to crouch. But you know. Thank you for your question. Hi, Bill. That's Bill, everyone.
Can you guys at the very back hear us?
Yeah, they're still alive. They're still alive up the back.
He's got the BM going.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, I'm Jess. I'm from Christchurch. Ruth, I love your pants. They are beautiful.
Okay, so Marina gave me these. You know Marina? You know, she was in a wee show called Star Trek. Star Trek.
Are you asking me?
Stick around. Yeah, so Marina gave me these.
Beautiful. I want some. My question is, if you could bring back any character from the show apart from yourselves, who would you pick and why?
Oh well, you know, present company, huh?
I would love to come back.
Yeah. I also think if Rowena did come back, I think it would be fun if she could somehow find a way of bringing Charlie back, because I'm a fan of Felicia's. Or Abaddon, because like, she's my pal.
So all the redheads unite, basically.
You know what? That would be it.
Redheads
for
unite.
sure. For sure. Ginger power. Oh.
Ginger power?
Ginger power. There's a whole lot of new phrases for you today.
I love that.
Thank you. Thanks for your question.
So we've got time for one, maybe 2 more questions. So they better be good.
It better be good, yeah. No pressure.
Hello, I'm Stella from Christchurch, and my question is, what was your favourite moment on set off camera?
Go for it.
So, as you mentioned before, craft services are really good. One of the directors got us, what's that yogurt stuff?
Yogurt?
The yogurt. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, I'm talking about yogurt. I like food.
Yogurt stuff.
Yeah, the yogurt, the fancy yogurt stuff. Like Mr. Whippy, like...
Oh, self-serve ice cream.
Yeah, so we sometimes get ice cream and stuff.
Not yogurt at all.
I don't have jet lag. I'm not hungover. I'm actually just blonde. I should have been blonde. I have no. And there's been so much fun stuff. I like being in. I love that they call the makeup in here the works.
Oh yeah, going into the works.
So you go into the works like this. Oh, and you come out like Rowena. And I like being in the works when like Jensen's getting his hair washed and it was as if Jared's plucking his eyebrows. He doesn't pluck his eyebrows. But I like...
Somebody else does.
Somebody else smart. Yeah. I like that. What about you? Just what set in general do you like?
Well, I mean, on Supernatural, literally my favorite moment was when they were riding those silly motorcycles around. It was just, I always go back to that because they just looked hilarious. It's almost impossible to describe because you really have to see it to understand it, you know.
Did you not take any pictures?
And I don't know if anybody, no, I didn't know, but, oh, was it? Oh, so you have seen what I'm talking about. It's hilarious. Yeah. like I don't even understand how they balance. Like I can't figure out how they can keep their center of gravity like that. It's just mind-blowing.
One of my favourite moments was sitting in the back of the Impala with Jared. You know the laptop thing on the iPad he has? He is actually doing stuff on it, i.e. watching himself in gag reels. So I've seen the gag reels for season 7, 8, and all in the back of the Impala over Jared's shoulder, and that was quite a fun thing to do. Thank you for your question.
Okay, so it's going to be the last question.
Last one.
Last question. Yeah, you with the cane. Snake. Dead. Oh!
Ah.
Does anyone have any of those jalapeno chips?
So my actual name is Hannah. I'm from Christchurch, and I wanted to know if you guys were a fan of Supernatural before you played on it.
I had not really known too much about the show. I mean, I knew of it, obviously, but to be perfectly honest, I'm not. In my lifetime, I haven't been like a huge TV viewer. It's not, and especially. Yeah, so I wasn't, it was similar to when I did Stargate. I literally had never seen an episode of it, but until I got on the show. But it was on a cable network that I didn't have. So
when I first moved to America, I was poor and I didn't pay for a television. I just used to, before everyone would stream everything, and that's how I was watching things. And Supernatural was on my list because I'm totally into. I'm from UFO capital of Europe. Bonnie Bridge, if you look it up, I'm tuned to the moon with stuff like that, so it was on my list. Because as an actor, I like to have seen an episode of everything, so in case you get an audition, or you know what I mean. So, but then when I got the audition, I had a weekend and I watched 14 episodes in 2 days.
Wow.
So it was in me, so I was, you know what I mean, so that the essence of it.
I was going to say, my friend from Top there, she watched all the season 4 in overnight.
Is that even possible?
I mean, how?
40 minutes per episode.
Fast forward. Wow.
You died. Death died, huh?
So Christchurch, for a round of applause for Ruth and Corin. We have a good news, bad news scenario. The bad news is, Ruth, we have to say goodbye. Good news is Corin's sticking around for the Stargate battle. Christchurch, once again, big round of applause for our guests. Thank you so much. Remember, if you want to get a photo or a signature, we'll leave it our guests, go to token booth, get your tokens, and we'll start the next panel as soon as the next guys arrive. Unless you've got some questions for Corin.
Do I just stay here?
Yeah, hang out.
It's a comfy couch. Oh wow, that's so cool. Oh, it's a cannon.